Hey, this is Jenny Jones, Digital Growth Hacks Club. All right, so listen, I told you guys already, it's getting lean out here in these LTD streets. So everything that we pull off the shelf needs to make a difference in our business. So, couple things here, right? And there's some things that I don't know if you had an opportunity to look at or try out. You definitely want to take a look at Hey Summit. Hey Summit is up to something, right? And what I mean by that is they're going to be releasing their own streaming studio. So that's going to be important for you to keep in mind, right? I don't know if it's going to be included. I don't know if it's going to be an extra cost. But a tool like Hey Summit, I don't think is directly impacted by AI. I actually think moving the industry we're going into, moving the way the economy is going to look, I think a tool like Hey Summit is going to be very, very, very key in the future, right? Juniper is still here. They end in 2 days. Miro is still here. I can see, I've been trying to use Miro for more than just a lead magnet. I've been trying to find other ways for that. Haven't been able to find anything else. Let me find we already spoke about Greta. We already talked about Lunical. They're just doing some different things here. Followers still here. But let me find, I found a diamond in the rough, and I'm going to call it my Wednesday winner because I just like what they're doing. Let's come over here. Let's take a look at it here. So the name of the tool is called Waitlister, right? And you don't see a lot of waitlisting tools. I think it was one here 4 years ago, and I haven't come back since. And this is a pretty good one. It's pretty inexpensive. And so your question may be like, okay, so why do I need a wait list, right? I've learned from a lot of the top digital marketing people. I'm not going to give any names, but sometimes you got to pre-sell your event and or your launch, right? And you want to garner interest. You want to know who's interested, right? These types of tools are very, very valuable. Now, I've tried to do this. I've built a wait list in my VBout. And I've done that before and a couple other ones. They take me a little bit of time to set up. This tool was very easy to set up. I'm going to walk through a quick setup for you just so that you can get an opportunity of what it does. But it's a wait lister, right? You have people come and says, hey, you gotta wait, or this is coming soon, or something like that. Give you an example. This is just one. It says, hey, join our list, blah, blah, blah. 100 something people have already joined. And then it has like a small little competition thing in the back. You share, you can move up, you can give away, you can have a giveaway as well. I can actually see this being hacked with another tool, another 3 tools, but let's stay on point here, right? So you have Waitlister here, kind of gives you some good analytics. I'm not going to go through all of the juicy parts here. You'll just be able to see here. You got your analytics here. Total subscribers, 16 verified. One thing I like about this is it actually verifies the emails for you, which I can appreciate. So once a person puts in their email, it's already in the background doing the verification for you and letting you know if that's going to be a good email to email or not. I can really, truly appreciate that. So that's kind of what it does. Then you have, once you're on the wait list, it says, hey, your current position is number 31. Share with others, and you get other people to join the wait list as well. So it becomes a little small contest here as well, which I can truly appreciate. Again, that's all built in. The thing about this is it does it so fast. So that's the beauty of it. So again, you start out here and a person joins the list. Next, they're on the list, right? You can build this in minutes, right? And I'm going to show you. Let's look at the, let's look at the recommendations right now. So you can do up to 5,000 emails per month. Basically, essentially is when people join, you could send out a response saying, hey, you can send out a response. You have been added to the list. So that would count as one email. So that's 5,000. So you basically can have 5,000 entries a month, right? And they're basically saying if you go over 5,000, it just won't send out any emails. That's what they're basically saying. All right. So then plan 2, you can use custom domains. You can have unlimited signups, obviously for both, but it's only going to send out 5,000 emails. You can remove the branding here. So I think that is good as well. Okay, so you do get to remove the whitelist and branding. So I would start out at least a tier 2 because you don't really want their branding everywhere. Um, then when you get to tier 3, you can do 30,000 emails, standard API access. I'm not really sure what happens at tier 4 when you get to priority API access. Oh, so basically then when they do your API accesses, you'll have priority when it moves around. So again, I would do a tier 2, maybe a tier 3, right? I don't see anything really beyond a tier 3. And if you want to, you can do a tier 4. You can do a tier 4 and probably do it for others if you wanted to, if you wanted to make a lightweight agency of this. So I think this is very good. Let's take a look at the tool here. Let's talk about it here. So when you come in, it has a dashboard. I've already started some already, but let me show you how easy it is to set up a campaign here. So as soon as you come into it, you can time me here, right? So let's see, enter product details. Let's select a category, and we'll call it marketing. We'll call it a Saas. We'll call it a mobile launch. So say I'm going to do a mobile launch. I'm doing it for my Stream Studio, something like that. I'll call it here. Call it launch TV app. I'll just call it that. Um, I'll put a logo up just to mess around with stuff. Let's see. I'll just put this logo in there. So I'll call it my growth launch app. Growth launch app. This is the launch of my growth app. All right, so got that. You create here. All right, so this is what I like about this, and I haven't seen what does this, right? You can either say, 1, we can create a landing page for it, or 2, we can make an embeddable link, or we can just do a welcome email, right? It sends automatically, and it automatically sends them to new signups. So you can send an email and it automatically sends it to a form. Let's do the landing page because I want you to be able to see that really quick. This is how fast, and it would take me a little while if I was doing VBOT. I have to set up my landing page, then make sure that the back end was working, then do a sequence of events, and if they opt in and all that. So let's just do a quick landing page here. So let's do something really, 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 really quick. So something really quick is something like this. We can start from scratch, or you can use the templates. I love using templates. I just dress them up and clean them my way. So we'll go here and it says, hey, get early access. You're done. So basically I can come here. I can remove this. I can upload my own. Where's that at? Let's put this in there. This 30-day growth challenge. Get early access. Get early access. We can come here, get early access to the 30-day challenge. Right? So you can come here. You can say, hey, get early access to the 30-day challenge. Do it like that. And we can delete this. So join our exclusive waitlist and be the first to join the challenge. Oops. So we can do this. Join our list. All right, so we can save our changes. Done. We are done. And that's it. You can publish it. You can put it on your own domain. Let me go. Let's see. This is the preview. We're done. We don't have to do anything else. So a person comes here, put in their name, their email address, and now you're done. That's it, right? So then you can publish it. So this is how it looks on desktop. This is how it looks on tablet, and then this is how it looks on mobile, right? So you got these different ones here. So we can go publish. So here's the deal. So when you publish, we want email validation on. So we definitely want to see if we want people, when they put in their email, want to validate their email. And then if you're going to embed the form, you can put an actual embed there. Form embed, especially your waitlist. So this is if we wanted to embed it. So we have that taken care of. So that's it. You can publish it. Let's publish now. You're done. This is the this is the actual this is the actual page here. You can change this domain. I'm not going to get into that. That's beyond the scope of this short video. We can view the page, and this is the actual page. So a person comes here. Let me put in my name, Jenny. And then let me put in an email here, Jenny at Rocketmail. I have no idea. Rocketmail.com. I don't even know what that is, but let me show you what happens so I can join the waitlist here. So go here. This email appears to be invalid. Did you see this here? It checks the email right there, and it tells you that this email won't allow you to put the email in there. So again, it has the valid to me, nothing else. You want to get something like this. So this becomes a landing page. This is a quick call to action landing page. I love this tool for what it does. I think when I see people looking at tools like this and I see their comments, they're asking for the world. It's like, no, take the tool off the shelf, use it for what you can use it for. And then like I'll see people saying, hey, it doesn't walk the dog and do all that. Okay, so the biggest complaint people have is it's not GDP compliant. Well, this one's GDP compliant at least, right? And so you can do surveys, phone number collection, spam prevention, referral programs, email broadcasts, custom welcome emails. You can do a lot with this tool. I really, really like this tool. I full stacked the tool because I think this type of tool you could do a lot of damage with. I love the CTAs. You can actually embed this into your sub page. I would use it with a sub page. I would use it with a couple of other different things here. Definitely, since you can do your own domain. Let me see if I can show you that. Just give me 1 second. So there's other things that you can add here, like you can add a phone number field. You can add the social engagement. You can add the leaderboard and all that other stuff as well. All right. So let me show you what it looks like to do the domain. So I'm back here in the dashboard here, and what you can do here is to do your own domain. You would come here. Right now it says it's hosted by Waitlister. You come here and you can edit. You can add your own domain here and then put your DNS configuration. It gives you that. It literally took me, so some domains take longer. Some takes 24 hours. Some take 48 hours. This one took maybe 5 to 7 minutes. And my domain was already hooked up to the first two that I did already. So that's why I said it's rapid deployment. So you can already have your own domain up and running. We obviously had one view. We didn't have a subscriber because that was not a good sign up there. You can come here. You can look at your submissions here. Nothing found because that one actually did not take. I'm not going to put a real email address in it because, well, people are just on YouTube. They do crazy stuff sometimes. Then you can see your analytics. We had one view today, referring domains, unknown, so on and so forth. What happens is when a person signs up, they're going to get this email. The reason why, once you create the product name, it's going to automatically, of course, this is a field here that's set already. It's going to put in your product name. So mine would be the Growth Launch TV team. It's going to automatically insert that in there as well. I think also, and I haven't done this yet, and I think for tier 4, let's go back to tier 4. So this is kind of how it looks here. So then this is how your form can look. You can create your form. If you wanted to create a form here, you can select the template, which is probably something I would do. This is, hey, if you just wanted to create an embeddable form, you can go with this one. And then this is the actual form here. And then you can put the picture there. So then you would just embed this on your website. You can do that as well. So go back to the dashboard here. And then one other thing I wanted to show you. I think that was it. You can do your own email. So let's go back. You can have it come from your email. I think that's what you get at tier 4. Yeah, tier 4. I want to say it's tier 4. I would have to look at this. Yeah, I think it's tier 4. You can set up and it comes from your own domain. Let me see. I can't remember. Yeah, custom email marketing. On This is what he's saying. On tier 4, you can add your own email domain. Otherwise, sending domains will Waitlister's domain. If you exceed the limit, emails won't be sent. So on tier 4, you can add your own email domain. I just wanted to have proof of that you actually can do that. So that's what your gain here at tier 4 is. If you want to do your own SMTP where it comes from your domain instead of from the whitelist domain, you'll be able to get that. Hopefully this is helpful. This is a nice little sneaky tool. What I'm looking for is tools that cannot be readily replaced by AI. I don't want to buy a tool that has an AI wrapper on it, and then next thing you know, the company's out of business or have no interest. So, but I like this tool. I really, really like this tool. I think they did a very good job with this. There's going to be some things that you're going to want better, but the fastest deployment, I was able to do that in less than, I don't know, 7 minutes. And this is what you want. And then you can make the embed form and drop it in a form inside your and one of your other forms. I can drop this inside of a VBout. I can drop this inside of any one of the other forms there. Hey, you guys have been great. You guys take care. Thanks a lot. Thanks for checking it out. Pick it up. The link is in the description below. I really like this. I brought you this sneaky tool on this Wednesday winner. This is a Wednesday winner. I really, really like this. You guys have been great. Take care. Goodbye for now.